mental health from their personal journeys. If you have not already, hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead, do that now so that you never miss an episode. And here we are on Tuesday, back at it. So how has everybody been? Wonderful. The sun is shining for me, not for our guest. And I told her she can keep it with her because she is also in Ontario with me, but way up north. So welcome, Holly. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm better now, Randi-lee, because we got a dumping of snow again last night and this morning, and I'll just live in this happy moment right now.
Excellent. Yeah, it's like it's cold still, but there's no snow, knock on wood. Although yesterday I was going down to my in-laws for Easter dinner and it started having like those big snowflakes that don't actually stay, they just melt right away.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like it. I was not
Well,
a
we had
fan.
those big old snowflakes, but they stayed.
And you can keep them.
Okay, I will.
So, anyways, tell
Mm.
us a little bit about who Holly is.
Goodness, where do I begin? I'm just little old me, living here in Northern Ontario. Um, yeah, I work full time. I have two adult sons, two rescue dogs, an amazing husband.
Okay, hold on. And you know what's
Oh,
funny?
yes.
It's funny. Your
No.
show, well, you know what your show is about. They don't know what your show
Yes.
is about yet. She has a
Right.
show and she talks about animals. And it's always funny when somebody says, "Oh, I have an animal on my show." I'm like, "Okay, stop everything else that's happening and tell me more about them first before we can move on."
Oh, you're speaking like music to my ears here for sure. So Sully and Cash are my two rescue dogs, and shout out to Willow, the barn cat from 12 years ago. She's still with us. They're my two senior boys, fur boys, and I'm really slowing down. And after everything that has happened with the launch of my novel, we'll talk about that later. But I say that to say it has changed my relationship with my two dogs, and I'm a lot more chill now with them. I'm not trying to fix them or, change anything. And I'm just accepting where we are right now because I look at my Cash and his face is all gray and I'm sure he's tired of getting my kisses. And I know they say dogs don't really even like it when people kiss them, but too
That's what
bad.
they say, but like my Freddie, who is my black lab, my old man, if
Hmm.
I stop cuddling or like if I give him a kiss and I
Hmm.
stop and he like turns and looks at me like I am the worst
Hmm.
person in the world, but as soon as I go back to like hugging him or whatever, he's all
Yeah.
like smiles again and I'm like, my dogs like it. Now, that's not to say that all dogs do because my shepherd, he is only okay with it when he's okay with it. Freddie's like
Right.
all the time. Touch me all the time. Cuddle me, kiss me all the time. But
Well,
Zen,
why do
yeah.
they do the paw thing?
Oh, my girl dog does that all the time. Like if you
It's,
stop petting them and they pet you
yeah.
back. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. My
like
girl dog
Mark.
Daphne, she's over there. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I can't do it because we're live
oh,
because I was gonna turn off
yeah.
my screen. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sometimes I can move my camera like so you can see her.
Oh,
Oh wait, hold
oh,
on.
oh,
Maybe.
the
No,
portal is not opening. No.
no, the portal's not opening. Anyways, my
Yeah.
girl dog, she's the little beagle, but she does that all the time. You stop petting her and she pets you back, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So
Yeah,
don't tell me they don't like affection.
they love it. They love it.
Anyways,
Every
those are
dog
my
is
boys.
different.
Yes,
Aw.
true, true.
What kind of dogs?
Well, we think Sully's a shepherd mix
Okay.
from up north.
Yeah.
Cash, well, we've gone back and forth with so many breeds. Boxer pointer,
Okay.
Dalmatian pointer,
Uh,
lab something, who
gives me a
knows?
little bit of a visual.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's just adorable. And the white keeps coming in more and more. Every week I feel like he shifts in his
yeah.
appearance and
Yeah.
oh, I just love them so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always had dogs though, always,
Oh, that's so
since I was a
good.
little girl. So,
Love it.
and I always
Love
will. And my husband's finally accepted it.
it. Right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, we're not on your show, we're on mine, so we can start talking about other stuff.
Okay.
Um, so, I always like to say start your story wherever it makes most sense to you, and I'm gonna interrupt you.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
So
my
have at
continue.
her.
Oh,
Have at
okay.
her. Go do it.
So, like, what do you want to know? Like, are just more about me?
Well, we're gonna get to mental health, right? So wherever you
Yeah.
think your story starts,
Okay.
start we as a
Okay.
wee babe or as a teenager or
Okay. That's wee babe is way too far back. But
whatever.
in the interest of sharing mental health, it's not easy to share sometimes, especially with people we don't know. But sometimes we need to share because we know it will help someone else.
Yes.
And I shared yesterday with someone as well, whom I just met really over book talk, basically. And she's in Ontario and she's going through some mental health struggles as well. And, what do you say to someone who's going through it when you've been through it and you know that people, when they speak to you, it's kind of there, it's
Mm-hmm.
so
You tell them to watch this show.
true. Very. And now I have this tool in my toolkit. But about 2 years ago, no, 2023, September 2023, I had a root canal. I mean, I've had anxiety and stress in my back. I call it my backpack of bull. SHIT.
Oh, I like
Okay.
it.
Is it okay to say that?
You can totally
Uh,
say bullshit.
okay.
I'll say it
I've
for
had
you.
anxiety in my backpack of bullshit forever, but it has been more pronounced as I've gotten older. So, September 2023, I had a root canal, and I was very stressed out about it because I have taken such good care of my teeth. Why would I need
Mm.
this? I was worried. It's not that I'm afraid of dentists, but that unleashed into something for 2 years after that I will try to make a long story short, but it went into my jaw. It turned into TMJ, stress, full on
Oh,
anxiety affected my life in ways I would have never imagined.
such as.
Oh my goodness. Like, I would work, but I would just hunker down and get through work. At night, I would just be exhausted. I was tired. I was emotionally a wreck. And I didn't know how to cope. I mean, I knew how to go get the help, but for me, when I'm in that period of time, I find help is very difficult to absorb.
Yes, actually, let's talk about that a little bit more
Mhm, mhm,
because it's so true. It's like we know what to do,
mhm.
but and we might do it. We might go through the motions of doing it, but is it really sticking with us? That is a really hard one to do when you're in the midst of it.
My body just takes over for some reason, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I was doing all the right things. I was going to physio, chiro, yoga, meditation, and yet it was just locked into my jaw. And so unfortunately that spread to the rest of me, upset stomach, that sort of thing. And even though up here I knew all the answers, my body just took control and it felt like I lost complete control. But I was able to have the muscle memory to continue through my days, but it was a struggle. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I knew I would get on the other side of it because I kept telling myself that. And
Okay.
my husband was watching me go through this and even my kids, and I didn't even want to unravel in front of my kids.
Yeah.
I had a complete meltdown in my son's apartment, and I
Oh
tried to
no.
hide in his bedroom because I didn't want him to see his mother break down, like in that,
Yeah.
state of whatever that was, like that
Like
moment of
like a
anxiety.
panic and
Yeah. And I'll never forget that night. Him and his roommate, they recognized what was going on, and she came to me afterwards and she said, you're stronger for it. Your son needs to see this, that you're not always who you are.
ooh.
And he took me out for a walk and we went and got cookies, and it's not that I snapped out of it, but I allowed myself and I allowed the moment to happen for him to see me. We went back to his apartment and I rested in his bedroom in his bed, and they were on the outside, but they were checking in on me, and I just thought that was afterwards, was a beautiful moment
It
because
sounds
I
like it.
never allowed my kids to see me falter, I suppose.
I love that story so much. I'm getting my pen and paper out because I really wanted to write down something you said, because I'm turning quotes into a book one day down the line in my life, maybe, possibly. But if I don't do it now, then it will never happen.
Backpack bullshit. Is it that one?
Oh, and you know what? It doesn't work.
Oh,
Throw it away.
darn it.
My biggest
what is
pet
it?
peeve.
I'll write it down for you.
My big. I've got like a whole bunch more pens. Don't worry. But my biggest pet peeve is when a pen goes back in the drawer when you know it doesn't work.
Yes.
Let the moment be.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's unpack this because it's a short little story, but there's so much in it. So first off, backpack of bullshit. I think we all have one of those, and
sure.
I think I need to tell my kid to make some merch out of that saying, because I think she could draw a really cool little thing. Did y'all know that I have a merch store? I don't mention it all that often. I always forget, but I have a merch store. Go check it out. A lot of the designs are either by my brother, who died by drug overdose, or by my kid, who is also, in her words, a little cray-cray. I love her. Eventually, she'll come on the show. Eventually.
Oh, yeah.
But she does a lot of very cool designs on there, too.
Oh, cool. Where can we find it?
I will throw the link down. I will put the link in the description. It is on the Spring store, but I will throw it and I will email you. And we always give 10% of the proceeds back to Canadian Mental Health Association because it's so important.
Yeah.
Let me write down backpack.
Incredible.
As well. Now on that.
I know I've put that saying in my books, in my novel. I'll put them in
it.
every novel. Every character is going to have a backpack of bullshit.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to get my kid to draw a picture out of it. She'll be like, another picture to draw. I'll be like, you're better than me. And she'll be like, yeah, I am. Gosh, she's kind of mean. But anyways, so with that, let the moment be. And we never want our kids to see us as anything but strong and perfect. Oh my gosh. So way back when, 10 years ago, I want to say 10 years ago, I had my moment similar to yours. So long story short, my kid was having a breakdown, and saying, why don't people like me, whatever. And then I clued in, I've always hidden the fact that I've had depression, that I've struggled with it, and I'm like, she needs to know these things. What? Because like my mom would never talk about that stuff.
Oh gosh, no.
Right? But it's that moment. So it was a little reverse where she was having the moment and I went, oh, you need to know this.
Yeah.
But it is so impactful, I think, for kids. Obviously, at certain ages. I mean, my grandson's 6. I don't think he needs to see somebody going through the whole thing. Maybe a little bit. Like he needs to know emotions exist.
Right.
But as they get older, I think it's so important that they know and understand that they are not all by themselves, that parents are not perfect, far from it, in fact. Right. And we have time. So for your son to just be like, let's go for a little walk. Let's kind of let it be, let it ride. It's kind of cool.
Let's go have a cookie. Overpriced cookie in Toronto.
Oh, yeah, Toronto cookie. Woo!
But it's so true, Randi-lee. I learned these patterns from my parents. Yep. The upbringing where you don't talk about anything, you don't cry. Although I broke that rule because I was a crier my entire life.
Oh, I still have that rule. I'm like, I don't. Yeah, that's not a thing.
I see it differently though. I see tears differently now though. Whereas once I used to try to hide my tears, now I welcome them because they truly, truly allow me to purge. Whether they're happy, sad, mad, frustrated tears, they allowed me to just clear, and then they clear the way for words. Because I'm not great with the spoken word, I'm better with a written word.
Shocking, and I speak with my hands. An author would be better at that.
I know. I speak through my hands like a.
Oh my gosh, me too. In fact, right now I have my little fidget so that I can like focus. Yeah.
But tears, I've finally embraced my tears.
Well, that's a good saying too. What is it? Poof, you got all the good saying.
We're gonna write a book right after this podcast.
Right? You've got all the quotes. Yep. I don't need nobody else. What? But yeah, it's so important. And when it comes to tears, and I'm still working through them. I mean, I'm better at it now, but it's just, it's that feeling of, You're crying? Why are you crying? You have nothing to cry about. Like, I have that little voice in my head
Oh,
still. And it's
yeah.
like, no, wait, no, stop hearing the voice. Get rid of the bullshit backpack.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. 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 Unpack the bullshit.
that's right. And
Yeah.
I've unpacked a lot of it. Um,
Yeah. We'll never
so,
fully unpack it all, but if we can lighten the load, that would be nice.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you had your expensive cookie. And then you went and and relaxed. So where did you go, like, in your life in general from there?
I just kept going because, and this was something else that I kept um, coming back to was kept referring to I'll get on the other side of this. I remember saying that almost daily at some points, but when my husband would look at me, I'd say, I will get on the other side of this. I know I will because I've gotten on the other side of other things that were less severe but I knew the feeling. This one was more severe, but I kept repeating that. And then eventually I don't know, I just kept working at it. I was eating mashed potatoes and eggs for a long time and just working through. I went to see a therapist, although I didn't find that helped very much in that moment. And I just kept working through it. And I think writing came in, a full on.
Oh, we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
Um,
And so that just led me to keep going, Holly.
yes.
Hmm.
So when you were like, you saw a therapist, but I didn't think that helped in that moment. That's a good way to phrase it. Because here's the thing, and we've talked about this a ton on the show. Um, just because you see a therapist doesn't mean it's the right therapist, first
That's
off.
right.
Right? If you get one, and I mean, my kids can attest to this. I'm true believer in therapy. I've had my fair share. I'm lucky. I really only had two. The second one was amazing. Um,
Hmm.
but my older kid, she she had to go through quite a few of them before she found one, which she says is amazing now. But there was a few, and she's like, "I'm not going back to that one. I'm not going back to that one." I'm like, "But you need to talk to someone.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm going crazy for you." Um, right. And my younger
Yeah.
one, the sad part for my younger one is that she saw so many therapists because of the way our system is set up. Now, you're in Ontario, so you might be able to follow along with this. Where I live specifically, we have a children's mental health place,
Hmm.
which is very similar to how the adult mental health works in Ontario. So
Right.
basically, hey, you have a problem. You're going to call them. You're going to go on this giant wait list for that problem.
Yes.
Not problems. Okay. Problem one.
Hmm.
You get to the top of the wait list. You get to see your therapist. And the very first one that my daughter got was great. My daughter really liked her. She was so sweet. She taught her about emotions. My kid was in grade one, so very young, and could not identify different emotions like at all.
Hmm.
Everything was either happy or mad. There was not
Hmm.
sad. There was not boredom. There was not anything. There was happy, mad.
Hmm. Yeah.
So they did a lot. Okay, well, it's been 8 months or so. We've hit this goal. Bye.
Mm.
Cool. So now let's go back to the bottom of the wait list for this other problem. Again, they'll only deal with one at a time. So
Right.
and this is why by the time you get to the top of the wait list, well, now you have to go and see this other therapist and this other one and this. So she worked through a bunch of different ones
Wow.
because you can't. The way that the funding was that you couldn't stay with the same one for all of the things. You had to keep
Right.
doing this cycle back to the bottom of the list, back to the top, until my husband and I finally became old enough with big people jobs to afford to pay for somebody to do it, and then we could find somebody, and it still took time to find the right fit, um, but to pay for them because the way that the funding worked for the free services, one problem, back to the bottom, one problem, back to the bottom.
And you develop rapport with these people.
Yes.
You're spilling. You are giving them
Yeah.
the entirety of what's inside of you. So to have to switch like that.
Ooh.
So for me, it's been very difficult because I found one therapist, and it was when my father passed away, and thank goodness for him. He walked me through the process. I knew I needed help when my father passed away because it was the first time I had ever faced death.
Oh,
And
wow. How old were
I
you?
it was 11 years ago.
Okay.
So
adult, but yeah.
40-ish, yeah, 40 something. Um, but I knew I needed help, and so I was proactive, and I was like, okay,
Good.
thank goodness for him. But when we were done, we were done. And he couldn't really help me anymore because I went through employee assistance program.
Exactly. Yep.
And I thought, oh my gosh, no, no, no. Like, I need your help. And he's, I don't know what to say. So since that individual, I have gone through different therapists, but I just can't connect with one.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that's
maybe it's because I have all the textbook answers in my head and I just feel like they're just regurgitating them to me. I don't feel like they actually see me for who I am or for what I'm going
right.
through.
And that's
Or it's
why
just a connection thing.
and that's why I really like the second one I had. The first one was okay, but it was through my work's EAP, and so
Hmm.
it was like very narrow on it. And even she
Hmm.
said, I'm only allowed to do so much
Yep.
in these sessions. She's like,
Yep.
but it sounds like there's a lot more that we could,
Yeah.
right? And it seemed like she felt bad, but at the same time, I'm like, but don't help me, and she couldn't, and it was an awful feeling.
It
Um,
is.
you
Yeah.
know? So EAP, they're great. Don't get me wrong. EAPs are
Hmm.
fantastic employee assistance programs.
Hmm.
If you have one, use it. Your work is paying for it. Make
Yes.
them use it. It's your benefit. Do
Definitely.
it. um,
Definitely.
but when there is more going on, it,
Hmm.
it doesn't do enough.
No,
But it's a great starting point.
it is.
Um,
I know I'm catching
I
glimpses
know.
and
I'm like
I didn't want
turning
to
and I'm
interrupt
like,
you.
she's in there
And I'm like,
somewhere and I keep.
I can see.
There it is.
Oh,
There's the little nose. Oh,
so cute.
there's my girl dog.
Oh.
Um, but so it is really important. And the other thing is that there's different therapies out there. So this is
Hmm.
something actually that my kid just had a big meltdown the other day. So I'm talking about my 19-year-old, the one that has autism. Talked about her lots on the show, but just to catch up anybody who does not know.
Hmm.
And she had this big meltdown the other day because she's tried all these therapies, which yup, and they're just not working. She still wants to die, but she doesn't want to die, but she feels like she wants to die, but she doesn't want to die, right? And we went on this cycle of die, not die, die, not die for a good 10
Hmm.
minutes.
Hmm.
Um, and she's on the floor like crying and it was that ugly crying
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
and when she finally stopped like to catch her breath, I said,
Hmm.
"Dude, you've tried CBT, so cognitive behavioral therapy." I said,
Hmm.
"There's
Hmm.
so many other ones out there.
Oh,
We just need to find a therapist that'll try something different." And
exactly.
she was like, "There's different kinds?" Like
Oh.
it totally was a mind blow for her,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
the only reason I know about it is because I've taken psychology classes in
Yeah.
school. I've taken all that stuff. So, yeah, I understand it. But before I took those classes, I had no idea. I was like, there's therapy. That's what there is,
Yep.
right? But
Yep.
there's different kinds. So that's what I said to her. And that's what I'm saying to everybody out there. If you've tried one type, that's only one type.
That's
Maybe
right.
that's not the fit for you. There's different ones. Like when I was finally working through my PTSD, we used DBT, dialectical behavior therapy.
Oh.
It was so different. Like it was just whew, mind blown. It was great. So there's different things out there. Don't give
Hmm.
up. Keep
That's right.
trying. It sucks, but don't worry. We've been there. We got
I
you.
had exposure therapy.
Oh, tell me. I don't think I've had anybody on the show talk about that one
Oh, well, I
specifically.
mean, and it's something. I mean, my father passed away and I was there and it was
You were there?
traumatic.
Oh,
I
what
was there
happened?
and I couldn't stop having the visuals, but I got really good at there was like this wall with a little button I could press and the wall would go up. So I would
Oh.
put that vision away. But what the therapist helped me with is he forced me to go over the scenario over and over and over in the
And you
session.
probably were so mad that you had to do it. Oh,
Mm,
but
I
so
mean,
helpful.
you want to talk about tears? I went through an
Mm-hmm.
entire box and that was extremely painful, but
Yeah.
I can do it now. I allow myself to have the vision every now and again. I don't know why. I guess it's because it pops in, but I don't push it away because I can sit through it and I can go through the emotions, even though they're really painful still. I mean, I hate it. I hate everything about it, but it was part of my life. And I'm going to start crying now even, and that's
okay.
okay. But
You
yeah,
wouldn't be the first on the show.
it's I miss my dad, you know.
Yeah.
I'm human, but exposure therapy is real.
Very cool. Yeah, we have not
Yeah,
had that conversation yet, which is
yeah.
fun.
Hmm.
I love learning new things.
Me too.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, um, okay, so you were able to do that.
Hmm.
I go off on these tangents, then I try to remember where we were at in life, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
I like it.
so what other kind of coping strategies have you learned that have been really helpful?
Oh my goodness, how much time do we have? I mean, the walking, the running, the exercise, of course, that is a big one.
Hmm.
But in the interest of our pets, I would have to say my dogs have been therapeutic for me. In October of 2014,
Okay.
there was something happening in the world, and for whatever reason, my brain attached itself to it, and I thought we were all gonna die. There was a pandemic in a different part of the world.
Okay.
Anyways, it was my first experience with like a really massive amount of anxiety, and I think it was just because I was really starting to recognize what that was.
Okay.
And so every night I would come home because I was still pushing through, going to work. I wasn't
Yep.
recognizing everything, but I would come home and I would plunk myself into the corner of the sectional couch, and my dog at the time, Chance, would come right on top of me. He was 70 pounds and he would lay right out over my legs.
I love
And I was
that.
just experimenting with, ear pods and listening to meditations. I had never done
Okay.
that before.
Yeah.
He would lay there until I would sort of release and get up from the couch.
Yeah.
But we did that for days. And I will never forget that, that he did that for me without
Yeah.
even
Right?
a
Dogs just
question.
know. They just
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So
can
to me,
hear
that's
my old
spending
fart
time.
barking.
I can hear. That's
Yeah.
okay. Just chatting.
Yeah.
So spending time with the dogs is walking in the woods with the dogs. I,
Yes.
I, I can't help but be I don't want to say happy if I'm in a sad moment, but I just can't help but have that sort of
Content? Maybe?
content on my face. Yeah, like wow,
Yeah.
it's so simple. So that's a big one for me.
And I feel like it is the simple things in life that we have to appreciate, you know?
Always, always.
Freddie, hi. Hi, I love you. Hi, buddy. Mwah. I love you. He's so my couch is right there, my line of
Okay,
sight, and he's staring at me. Come here
now he
then.
can see you and he's better.
I love you. Tail's wagging, he's just
I
staring
can
at
hear
me.
the tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah,
cute.
that's my shepherd. He just went on the bed.
So cool. Oh, I love that. What's that dog's name again? Remind me.
This one's Daphne, the little one.
Daphne looks like she's wearing a hat every now and again, the ball
Yeah,
cap.
it's funny.
Oh, Daphne's leaving.
Yep, yep.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Um. Okay, so we are trucking along here in the episode. You'll
Yeah.
just have to come back because it's a good conversation. Um.
Yes.
What has been something that maybe has been real difficult as a coping strategy that you tried and were like, not for me.
Not that it's been difficult, but I'm not making the connection, and I would love more insight and more help on this. And it is, people won't believe it, journaling.
Me too, actually. So I'm not
I am
alone.
struggling.
Woohoo! Now it's funny because I used to journal when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
I used to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just like I just can't do it. I can't wrap my head around it.
Me
And
too.
so many people. I mean, we have 5 years of episodes here. So many people
Yeah.
say, journaling. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And as writers, right? You can write. You can write to your heart's content. And then, but to journal your.
I'm like, that
So
doesn't make me feel better.
everybody listening, how does this help? How does this work?
Yeah.
We need more guidance here. Okay, I felt alone and I was like, feel like I'm so stupid because I'm
No,
clear. Like, what am I
you are
doing
not alone.
wrong?
So a friend of mine brought up an article that she had read that Michael Phelps, and I am literally doing research on of my own personally so that I can understand what's going on here.
Excellent.
Michael Phelps, I guess, journaled or for his entire life, everything
Okay.
about his day. And don't quote me on this. I actually need to read the article. I'm just going based on what we were
Yeah,
chatting
yeah.
about. Like performance, emotions, everything down to what he ate, to tweaking, what he
Okay.
his routine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then began to see a pattern in his writings. And so I thought,
Okay.
okay, maybe there's something to this journaling thing.
Right.
And like you, Randi-lee, I've journaled too, but I think that when we're children, we or
It's
younger
different.
versions of ourselves, we journal freely without attaching all this stuff from the
Yes, it's true.
backpack to it, right? Like
Right?
it just is a different level, I think. I don't know. And so for me, oh, look at.
I got you, baby.
So for me, I did my own little experiment. He's like, Holly, why don't you try it? So I did. And I journaled and I drank a cup of water. I I ate this. I did everything from morning till night for a week. And then, well, I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Because I thought, okay, well, maybe there's an easier way. Then I started dictating it because, just for time's sake. And then
Yeah.
maybe I could download the transcripts and see the patterns. But I just don't feel different when I
Mm.
unload the thoughts into paper.
Hmm.
I wish somebody could, yeah, just fine tune that one for me. Or,
Yeah.
you know, when you could have five different people teach you the same thing of the same subject, but it'll be
Yes, but
like,
one of them clicks. Yeah.
that's what I'm hoping for. I'm not done with this experiment yet. I want to see what the connection is for people. So maybe it's a matter of interviewing people and saying, what does journaling do for you? And
Right? And I
yeah,
mean, you have this real cool platform. You could always throw that question out to them.
I could, yes. Do you journal?
Right? Just throw
Yeah.
it out there to the world.
Yeah.
Um,
It's chatty
I
tonight.
don't, I don't know what this Daphne now, the girl
Oh, it's
dog.
Daphne.
Daphne's barking now. I don't know what she's
Wow.
barking at. I think her and Zen, the shepherd, I think they're playing because I can hear her running across the couch. So they're hilarious. They like to because she's a beagle, very small,
Hmm.
and he's a giant shepherd slash husky,
Hmm.
so he's very big. So she likes to run back and forth on the couch while he runs back and forth on the ground. So she's at his eye level, and she barks at him the whole time. So
Of course.
that's what they're doing right now is they're playing. Well,
Yeah.
Freddie sits on the very end of the couch looking at them and then looking at me going why are they doing this, mom,
Yeah.
help me.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're like, no, fend for yourselves right now. Mama's busy.
Right. All right, so before you get to shamelessly self-promote, um, what is a piece of wisdom that
Hmm.
you would tell somebody who is experiencing that moment where they want to hide from their kids? I'm going to take it back to our very beginning. Want
Mm.
to hide from their kids, but as we've talked about, they maybe need to see it.
Hmm. Well, I'll take myself back to that moment
Yeah.
because I remember hiding and they knew something was going on. And I think there came this point in the evening when I just couldn't hide it anymore because that feeling when you feel like you're just going to burst
Mm.
and you just can't hide it anymore. So it comes down to honesty. I was honest with them and I said, I'm just going through something right now. I can't really put words to it, and I tried to explain it as best as I could. And wouldn't you know it, they actually understood because they're adults. Um, and I said, but I'm embarrassed. I don't want you to see me going through this. And so I would say, just be honest. You
Yeah.
don't need to put all these fancy words to it. And you'd be surprised how people react, right? People just want to help people. Nobody,
Yeah.
my son wasn't going to shame me in that moment. Neither was his roommate. In fact, like I said afterwards, I felt so much better that I was honest with them.
Yeah.
And
That's
she
fantastic.
reinforced that. So honesty, it's not easy,
No.
but
I love that piece of wisdom.
mm,
All right. So you have a book, you have a podcast. So I want all the people to know all the things.
mm, yeah, well, gosh, it's been such a fun time for me. I feel great. This book has been amazing. I launched a novel in February 14th, 2026. It was a love letter to my
Oh,
dogs. And so that has been amazing. Self-published. Never thought I would hold that book baby in my hands, and
right? It's a good feeling.
it really is. And I'm working on, another story, and they will always include dogs now. And now that I've discovered writing was home for me, this is my life. I mean, I
Yeah.
work, but I get to write after work, and I've got a great writing group that I just feel fulfilled. And the
Good.
podcast, oh my goodness, the podcast, my
Okay,
other
hold on. What
baby.
is the title of the book
Oh,
and where
the
do people
book.
buy it?
All right. North of Broken and Forever Home.
Ah,
Anywhere you can buy books. I'm finding the vendor shows are really my niche. I really get to connect with people. So that whole online sales, and I'm not much of a pusher and ads and all that fun stuff. I feel like vendors will be the place where I get to connect with people. So there's that.
all right.
And
Now you can
now
talk
we
about
can
the
move
next
on.
thing. I told you I'd help you out for it.
Yeah, thank you so much. The podcast, look at the smile. I mean, I stayed in fear for so long with the podcast. I wanted to do one for a couple years now, but fear was just holding me back. I was holding myself back, but I blamed it on fear. And then we would do practice runs, my son and I. We'd, make a little fort with blankets and we'd record. My
I
adult
love it.
son. I mean,
Hey, forts are fun, all right?
right, doesn't matter what age you are. And then I would delete it. Nope, for whatever reason. Make up all the excuses you can think of, and
Yeah.
that was me. And finally, everybody just kept saying, "Well, when are you going to come up with that podcast?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And I think I'm a big planner too, right? I love ideas.
Mm,
I love planning. But sometimes when you put them into motion, that's the scary
that's the
part.
scary part, yeah.
So finally, November, we recorded a 10-minute ramble, basically. And I hit publish before I even could think about it more than 3 times.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Because the concept for me, and I think maybe that was part of it, was, well, what am I going to talk about? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's my thing? But then I started to see, oh, it's creativity, it's my dogs, it's how I'm bringing those worlds together. And I knew there'd be other people out there who wanted to talk
Yeah.
about how their pets influence their creativity. So we
Oh
just
my
kept
gosh, I
going,
rambled for like an hour about it.
and it was
You couldn't
great.
shut me up. Like you had to stop me. I would have just kept going.
And, I coerced, convinced, my son to be my co host because, again, I was still sitting in some fear and I needed a crutch. But now, oh my goodness, I just love it. It's my favorite part of the week. The
Right?
guests are
Yeah.
amazing, but I get to ramble with my son. Like I do a separate little
Yeah.
ramble from the main episode now.
Oh,
And we
nice.
just talk about like our thing of the week, and we have this thing. My son and I have two sons, but Rogan and I we banter a lot,
Yeah.
and sarcasm is high. We think we're funny. Hey, that's all that matters.
Right? Who
So
cares? As long as you're having fun while you do
yeah,
it.
just having so much fun. I get the wood stove going back here, and we wear our flannel, and off we go. And we have great conversations with people from all walks of life, not just authors, writers. I'm talking
Yeah.
chefs, fortune tellers,
Very
name it.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody likes a good aminal.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So everybody, keep your Here's a nice poster for my episode where we're talking about horses and dogs. And we didn't talk too much about the kitties. We got them in a little bit, but we talked a
Yep.
lot about the horsies and the puppies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? It's not just about animals or animals. It's not just about dogs or cats. It's any kind of animal.
Yeah.
So it could be frogs. I mean,
Right? I love it.
I'm open.
I love it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So a very funny, completely aside story here about frogs because it's funny. I think so anyways. About it's pre-COVID, so I don't know, 7, 8 years ago, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it was pre my grandson, so at least over 7 years. Anyways, my husband and I, we went to the Toronto Zoo.
Mhm.
And we're walking around. Summer, we're looking at all the nice animals, whatever. Reading all the signs. My husband loves to stop and read every single sign, like
Oh boy.
every single one.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of random information if you ever need a trivia partner. Um, so then there's this pond area. And he's looking, he goes, "Oh my gosh, look at that, look at that." And he's like pointing and frantic and like, "Oh my gosh, this is the coolest animal ever. You've never seen it in your life." And I'm like, "What? What?" He goes, that hopping turtle, the hopping turtle." I'm like, "A hopping I've never heard of a hopping turtle. I didn't know that existed." But he reads every sign. So I thought he had read a sign about this animal I had never heard about. And he sees it in the pond
Yeah.
there. So I'm looking and I'm looking. I go, "Are you talking about that frog right there? The frog?" And he goes,
Yeah.
"That's what it's called, a frog."
What?
I was like, so now whenever there is a frog or anything, we call it a hopping turtle
Hopping
because,
turtle.
and then we got a couple years ago, we got matching tattoos of a hopping turtle
No
on our
way.
legs. Yes, because that
Aw.
is now our thing is hopping
That's
turtles.
love right there.
But he was just so excited and
Yep.
the letdown in his face when I was like, "The frog?"
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it could have been some new hybrid.
That's what I was saying, right? I'm like, you never know.
I mean, I went to Ripley's aquarium and I was just so excited when the shrimp
Oh,
crawled up my hand. I was like, "Oh my goodness."
right? Like there's so many things out there in the world. I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, it's very funny. It's a core memory of mine now.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's fully inked
It
memory.
is, right? Exactly. Exactly. Um so where are people going to follow you?
Wherever they want to. I mean, there are so many options now. So, I have my website. I'm on Substack, which is a great place to hang out. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm trying to learn it. I'm trying to be cool. I'm like,
TikTok is great for clips of your podcast. That is
yes,
pretty much what I do now is clips of my podcast
yes.
and it's gotten the most traction.
Do you know
So,
what clip? And I've been doing it just for a little bit with the clips. But do you know what clip is getting so much attention? It's not animals. Well, oh, I take that back. Lawrence Gowan. So you know Gowan, the
yeah.
singer. I did a clip with Rogan because I've been begging him to learn Criminal Minds from Gowan, and he got a piano, and so I put that little clip on there. That thing just keeps going up and up and up because he does sing strange animals. I forgot about that, but
Oh, there you
so
go.
you just never know. But yeah, so those are the places you can find me. Ramblings from the Little Shed podcast is on Apple, Spotify, all of the not all of the podcatchers, but the bigger
The
ones, I
big
suppose.
ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Riverside.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what is your website?
It's a long one. It's www.ramblingsfromthelittleshed.com.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we will have all the links
Mm-hmm.
down below in the description, provided she sent them to me. And I'm pretty sure she did. So, they're going to be there.
I could have forgotten, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're on there. At least one of them. Uh,
Yeah.
so thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Everybody,
you.
make sure that you find all of Holly's handles, all her things. Go follow her. She's so much fun. She keeps the snow away from me, so it's great.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, and her show is a lot of fun, so I'm sure the book will also be a lot of fun. Tell us one more time what the title of the book is.
It's North of Broken and Forever Home, and they are my two dogs in the book, but it is fiction, and a part of the proceeds goes to local shelters as well.
Oh, even better. I love that.
Yeah.
Um, And remember, hit up the merch store. I got to remember to put the link in the description. If I don't, y'all just yell at me in the comments, and I'll do it if I forget. So,
I'll remind you.
there you go. Perfect. Um, and remember, the only way to end the stigma of mental health is to speak openly and honestly. Bye.